And also, keeping it in Tennessee and on police officers, 5 black police officers, they killed a black man, Tyree Nichols, I believe is the gentleman's name is, and I guess it's sort of in the same vein as the Rodney King type thing.
They said it's worse.
Well, but
did you watch it?
No,
I didn't watch it either.
No, I refuse to watch that. But they, they have like police cam footage of it happening or whatever. He got attacked because he got attacked by the police officers. They released the video footage and they warned people that, hey, like,
they told him, said this is bad.
Yeah, this is bad. Like the police chiefs and the deputies and all that is like, they released the footage and everyone, because I guess they were preparing for riots and for people to go crazy because of what happened. But in this situation, even before the video was released, the police officers got fired.
Not even suspended; they fired
They got
them.
fired.
Well, they're black, so duh.
Right.
So they got fired, and I'm not sure what they're going to do after this.
And that's not even. So that's what should happen, right? In all of these cases,
Right. Immediately.
Right. I mean, when it's clear that they were wrong, and you guys are officers of the quote unquote law, yes. First thing is firing, not a suspension. Not a we have to investigate. Okay, we have the facts. It don't take that long to get them.
Right.
Right. You have the facts. Okay, what you did was there's no coming back. You were wrong. We cannot. There's no training. There's no retraining. Like you're done. Then you have a court case. You have the the
Criminal
charges,
proceedings.
the criminal proceedings.
And see, I was of the same vein of thinking that, like, regardless if you're a police officer or whatever power you obtain or that you have, if you do something wrong, you should face the punishment. But it's just not to say that this situation or any kind of police brutality is tolerated or is acceptable or okay in any kind of form or fashion. But it's just it sucks that this gentleman lost his life. But that's just one point. But if you look at another point, when you have situations that happen with officers that are of different colors, it doesn't happen where they get fired. They get like a suspension, or they'll get like a leave of absence or something along those
With
lines,
pay.
where they get paid, where it seems like it's more of a vacation, and and then because like if you look at the situation with the
George Floyd.
Yeah, the George Floyd gentleman. If you look at that situation, it was completely different than what happened in this case. Like, he didn't get fired, he didn't lose his job. He was still on the police force. But
They eventually got fired.
I don't think all of them
With
did.
the George Floyd thing. Yeah, I think they eventually got fired. I think one is in jail.
Oh, yeah.
but
Chauvin.
it
He's in
wasn't.
jail.
Yeah, he's in jail. But it wasn't like now. Like,
What actually happened though? Because
well,
you didn't.
The police officer, they pulled him over because I guess it was like reckless driving.
Okay.
So it was like he got pulled over or whatever. And then I was reading some information. They
chased him.
He pulled off.
No, on foot.
Because they started pepper spraying him and like, dude.
I don't have enough information.
Like, if you see the video, like I didn't watch the video, but
You saw.
the dude was just on the ground getting his ass whooped. They was literally taking turns whooping his ass.
I mean, they said it was like 3 minutes or something long or something.
So they beat him to death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He died. They beat him so bad, he was in the emergency room, and then died 3 days later.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
and no one. I haven't. Now, granted, I didn't watch the video, and I didn't even hear about it until maybe 2 days ago. And I'm like, bro, I don't even want to look into this.
I saw it. I skipped right past it. I said, I'm not doing that.
Like, I'm just like I get it. It's good to be informed and good to know, but I do not need to see.
We don't need to see the violence.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's
it
not.
just makes you more upset.
Yeah, it's just designed to. Now, the thing that's interesting is there was also a shooting very recently that y'all maybe don't know about. I think it was in Vegas or Florida or California. Or
A mass
something.
shooting?
Yeah, it was a mass shooting recently.
Bro, I have not
I
been.
heard about that, but I try not to.
It's just the Matrix recycling. I said, oh, it's happening
It's
again.
happening again.
So I'm not even surprised about this because the way I found out about it, somebody posted a video of him skateboarding, and they were like, whatever the dude's name is, before he got his life taken or something like that, and he was at a skate park. Like this is what he was like before he got his life taken. Now, my thing is this: 5 officers, you said?
5 black police officers.
So obviously, it doesn't take 5 officers. I saw what he looked like. He's a slender dude. You know what I'm saying?
I think he said he was 6'1", 140.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
so I didn't realize he was that slender, but he's a slender dude, right? So you have a one trained officer can take him, right? So the whole beating, even if he was disrespectful, even if he spit in your face, right? Unless this man, which I don't know the facts, unless this man tried to stab you or kill you or had a lethal weapon, there is no cause for you to beat him to death.
Even still, you are supposed to be a professional.
Correct.
Right? Hey, man, give him a little, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, man, do your thing.
Tase
I ain't
him.
mad at that.
Tase him, pepper spray him,
man,
disarm him.
Disarm him.
And then 2 officers put him in handcuffs.
Give him a cheap shot if you need.
You can give him a cheap shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I know that if I was running and I got caught and I made the officers run, if they give me a cheap shot in cuffs, I mean, it's going to suck, but okay, I bought that. But to do all the extra is
so y'all are saying
they're charging him with second-degree murder.
He gets pulled over. They get him out of the car. I'm assuming they thought he was drunk or something.
He was just reckless driving.
Right. I mean, I'm assuming they thought he was under some influence
probably.
or something, and he may have been.
He may have
right
been. Because they don't put how the media is.
Right. So he's under the influence of something potentially. They're probably trying to do some type of field sobriety. He takes off. Okay, you either catch him and you tackle him and you bring him back, you give him a cheap shot for making you run, or he gets away and you what you don't do is beat him to death.
Right. Like what could he have possibly said or done? What could have conspired to elicit that type of response?
Now,
and these are grown men.
I said the video shows Mr. Nichols was beaten by officers for 3 minutes, adding that he was also pepper sprayed, shocked with a stun gun, and restrained.
Oh, they sprayed him, restrained him,
and
shocked him, and then beat him, so he can't even cover up.
That's bro.
So here's my thing.
Just the thought, putting myself in that position is just
it's bad.
It's sickening.
Here's my thing. Here's where I can understand it. The dude, whoever this dude is, raped some officer's child.
Okay.
Or his wife.
If they had some kind of history.
Right, there was a personal history.
There has to be some sort of the crime of passion.
Right, I could understand that. Right, and this because I'm trying to think like how does this happen? This isn't. I'm sorry, bro. I don't ever just believe what the media
they bullshit put him over. Maybe he wasn't reckless driving is bullshit.
Right.
Oh yeah, he swerved or he you take a turn too fast, reckless driving.
Right.
So maybe he was like, yo, and then recognized one of them. I thought I read something where he maybe have had some sort of mental illness also.
That makes sense.
Mel, did you see anything about like that?
Not at all.
Like he not taking anything away from his person, but I think that I was watching Fox or The Five, and something about maybe he struggled previously with some sort of something.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't take anything away from the story.
I'm just saying I didn't hear anything.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? I'm playing Mel's role right now.
What could elicit this
because
action?
It doesn't. Mel, does this add up to you?
It just seems like an abuse of power. I mean, I don't understand.
Really?
I mean, this is more.
Wow.
I think.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I think this is. There's something more that we don't know. What happened?
It possibly could be something we don't know, but we'll never know.
Do you think that this is unheard of? Hold on. Oh, you breathed. I saw your chest rise. This is unheard of for situations where the officers are not hurt. There's nothing that has been said that causes this type of reaction. The George Floyd situation, all the stuff that happened prior to that point is how we led up to this, right? He gave fake money. He was with his drug dealer, yada, yada, yada. He was fighting the cops to get in the car, all this stuff, right? Led up to this point. All we have gotten thus far is he got pulled over. He ran. Then they tased him. They beat him for 3 minutes after all that, and then he died. Like, bro, how? What? Like, what? That's a crime of passion.
What do you think a sentence would be? Like a proper sentence for the police officers? That
I mean, second degree murder. You're probably looking at 25, 20.
Yeah, I mean,
20,
you're going down for double digits.
It's not. You're not. It's not life.
Now, well, life is 25.
Well, in some places, California, life is life.
Okay.
Natural born life.
Okay.
So it depends on the
natural
state.
born life. So here's my thing. 5 officers.
I mean,
are they
my
taking
God.
turns? Because if they're
Somebody watching, let us know.
so if
yeah, I heard that they were.
No, when
They were literally.
oh, they were. It wasn't like all at one time. Y'all
they
were
were
like, yo,
literally-
get
well,
on it.
it's too many people. So because my thing is this. There would be different levels of sentences depending. If it was like the George Floyd, well, one dude is the one that actually killed him, right? So that makes sense. The other dudes are just guilty by association.
Yeah, they didn't step in.
Right. So if there was an officer that was watching, then of course I would expect his sentence to be lighter. But if you were all taking turns, beating this dude to death, then the sentence should be equivalent.
How do you do this?
They were
knowing you have a camera on.
They were charged with kidnapping, official misconduct, and official oppression, in addition to second-degree murder.
Official oppression.
Yeah, like
Kidnapping. See, this is
illegally detaining him.
I mean, he said kidnapping.
Right, but I'm saying it's because I'm thinking it's because of the illegal. Like,
Well, the detention would not be illegal if he ran. That would be illegal detention.
here's the thing: if they pulled him over on some BS to begin with, that whole stop is illegal.
Which is now kidnapping.
The whole stop is illegal. So there was no legal precedence to start with.
They said the officers were charged with aggravated kidnapping because they had weapons.
Aggravated kidnapping.
And the victim was injured. The men are also charged with aggravated assault, official misconduct, and official oppression. Yeah.
Aggravated kidnapping.
Wait, no murder? That's all the
Just
charges?
Second degree.
Oh, okay.
So anytime you aggravate a charge, it means that it's above and beyond what reasonably happens in these charges. So a regular kidnapping would be, I pull up in a white van, snatch somebody off the street, put him in the van, tie him up, boom, right? An aggravated kidnapping would be to rob or pull up on gunpoint, or to punch him in the face and then have a knife on him, get in the car. Now I'm aggravated, or I've made that worse. But kidnapping would mean you're taking them unlawfully and outside of their will. That would be kidnapping. So if you're saying it's unlawful, which means then maybe there was no reckless driving.
Right.
Maybe there was some like.
They said the cam footage that didn't show like the reckless
driving. But
Bro,
the actual camera on the car should show it.
Well, I mean,
They have dash cams.
well, I think that this is all brand new.
Yeah.
So
they said the footage didn't show the reckless driving. Whatever. All
You're
the
saying,
footage,
you're saying there was none.
As far as
Right,
the
that's what they
footage
said.
goes, there
based
was
on the
none.
footage that they have, there was.
Which
no
is why they said the
It
kidnapping.
sounds,
'cause-
Chris, you might be onto something.
yeah.
Yeah,
They must have been, yeah.
They're because once again we're talking small town, right? And they're all black.
Well, Memphis is not really small.
What do you? I mean, is it?
I mean, it's a major city.
But that doesn't mean it's not small.
I mean, okay.
When I say small, okay,
I mean, because that other girl, that's a small.
Okay, I guess when I say small, I mean small as in people know each other. Like Memphis is like New Orleans. People know each other. They're connected in that way.
Gotcha.
So I think that it'll be very conceivable. They're all black. He's black. That maybe one of them had a daughter. Maybe he did, right? Because a lot of times the thing that we don't want to do, and I completely understand this because he's the victim, we don't want to look at the victim and victim blame or victim shame, which I completely agree with. But this is why investigations are important, so that way we can understand the situation, and then it doesn't make sense of why they did it. But if there was something done and something for what was the outcome, there had to be some serious. This wasn't just random.
No, this isn't. First of all, 5 officers.
I mean, 5 grown men on one young man.
So there's 5 officers. Mel, you just said there was no reckless driving. This is not adding up. And he ran.
Yeah.
So that means after he started interacting with these officers, for some reason, he decided to run. Why would you run for reckless driving? It's a ticket.
Yeah, it's a ticket. You'll drive away.
Is he a felon? Is he on probation? Did he murder someone and he's on the run?
Even still,
why would you run? So, what I'm thinking is this was premeditated.
Right.
Something.
So
happened.
it might go up to first degree.
Something happened. Now, here's the thing. Let's just say that because you said there's a potential that he has a mental illness.
Yeah.
So potentially, maybe he did do something to somebody's child or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I have no idea. But I know that people with certain levels of mental illness can be extremely inappropriate because they don't understand the nuances of modern society.
Not intentionally either.
Not intentionally, right? So there's a lot to this that we don't know, but I'm just saying, if that was the case, I can understand it. Now, do you get to just, they did X, Y, D to this person? No, you're still going to have to do the time, but the sentencing is going to be different.
You're not saying that you agree with what they did. Obviously, we don't. But you're saying that you understand the situation, the scenario.
Right. I would understand. You like, look, as an officer, you're not allowed to kill somebody.
Right.
Right. Or even as a human being,
unless your life is threatened.
Unless your life is threatened. So even if someone does the most unimaginable thing to one of your loved ones, legally, you're not allowed to just kill that person. You may want to, and you may decide to, but you still have to do the time, right? Now, I'm saying in the court of law with the judge and the jury, I would be like, I understand why you did it. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if we got all the facts and we know in this witness testimony and there's cameras and we know you did it, even the person, may have even admitted that they did it, right? Then I can understand you doing that. You're still going to go to jail, but I'm going to give you a lighter sentence. I'm going to say, 5 years.
I mean, obviously, it depends on the situation.
Now
we're talking about one-on-one. You're talking about 5 dudes, the way this was done.
Nigga, 5 people, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I won't understand at all. That's insane.
But that's why it has to be more to it, right? There has to be.
That's insane. Like, there's no way I can.
How many other people have they killed? Like, if what they are putting out is just the facts, and that's what it is, and they just caught this dude and he ran away and they got mad and beat him to death because of that, then they've killed other people. There's going to be a trail of misconduct on their behalf.
It doesn't necessarily have to be.
Oh yes, there is.
It does not.
If you don't, this is not
to kill someone. This is
keep killing.
This
is not.
No. A trail of misconduct.
This isn't something that just happens one time out of nowhere. Like we would. They have a history. You build up to things, right? Just like a serial killer. I've been watching crime documentaries, right? They don't start off as kids killing people. They start off with mistreating animals. That's how it always starts off. Killers, they all mistreat animals. Animals are the closest thing to humans, right? So as they get older and they become adults, this is why it gets easier for them to take a life because they've been doing it already, right? There's a different rush when it's a human, but they're already used to it. They have a level of tolerance for it. So that's what he's saying. Like, there's a level of misconduct. They've been doing this. If they have stellar backgrounds and stellar records, then it proves even more that this is a crime of passion. Like, something happened. This wasn't just a pullover, stop, yada, 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 because that's how the media is portraying it.
Yeah.
5 police officers killed the boy, right? And once again, nothing against the victim. It sucks. Like, it sucks regardless. But we are people of intelligence, and we want to understand what happened.
And let me be clear. I am not saying, I don't care about the victim.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is there is a media machine that feeds us garbage all day long, and I'm not going to believe it.
Right.
Like, period.
Because the media machine is basically getting us to hate police more, defund police, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, bro, no, obviously they did this. Okay, well, that is them abusing their power. Not all police are good. Most are actually good. Most police officers are good. There are going to be those bad apples, and those are the ones that stick out. But there has to be a reason. This wasn't random, and that has not come out.
Right.
Yeah, it's good to challenge that narrative.